Hey, it's Thursday. We're gonna go in the front yard first. I have ivy growing here, and it says faith makes all things possible, and hope makes all things work. And then the little bees are in honor of my friend BB, Betty Broderick, who was incarcerated in San Diego in the late 80s. She killed her husband and his new wife. Anyway, she was a very dear friend of mine. So the bee represents Betty because she died in prison and was never paroled. And then I got some nuts in case I can get some animals. And I got some water. And I got my walker. Let's go over here. This is a solar lamp that I bought on eBay. And you know how like they have cardinals on cards and things, you know, like if somebody dies and then a cardinal comes, that people like to think it's the dead soul visiting you. So this catches the sunlight, and then at night the cardinals illuminated. And again, it's all for Betty, because even though she's dead, and I texted her up through April 19th, and then I didn't hear from her. And I was hoping she was just in the infirmary. And anyway, I heard on social media that she passed away May 8th. And it left a big void in my life because I wrote her cards, she wrote me cards. She telephoned me from prison, and they have this Securus technology. It's like a site, app you download. Anyhow, you can pay some money in it, and then you can email each other. And I can send her pictures, and I could send her little videos. Those are fake flowers, but they're kind of pretty, aren't they? I get birds landing here. I can see that from the recliner. I can see that bird feeder. So we're going out in the front yard, and I'm going to put some water here. I am not a perfectionist. I don't suffer with perfectionism. So you'll see stuff growing in my flower bed that shouldn't be there. You'll see dirt on my carpet, and I don't wear makeup. I don't bother with artificial fingernails. God, could you imagine how much money you would spend in 1 year getting acrylic nails done? And then imagine in 10 years. What a waste. And women do that. Okay, these are the nuts. They're just raw peanuts. So I'll put some of those down. And that's a bowl of water on the ground. Birds can land up there. One time the bird came and got a drink of water, and they left a worm in there. It was so gross. Freaking worm. All right, let's go over here. That's a, I used to have the bird seed feeders, the bird feeders hanging off of here, because then I could see from the dining room window. But anyhow, sometimes I move things around, so I put the red one over there. And I got one more bird feeder, but it got all gunky. All the seed got wet during all this rain, and it clumped together. I have to take a knife and scrape it clean and get all that junk out of it. And then this is a tree stump. See, that should get grinded down or something. And then there's squirrels that live up here in this tree. So I put like a peanut there, hide a peanut in that little, put a little peanut there. And then I got a squirrel that comes from this tree. I observe nature on a daily basis, every day. I observe who's coming to eat, what time they come, when the crows come, when the squirrels come out to eat. On a hot day, they stay up in their squirrel nest. And they don't come out till about 5 or 6 in the heat of the summer. But now, see, the temperatures are dropping a little bit, late August. And then September, they'll probably have different time schedule. Looks like somebody's burning a fire over there, isn't it? Looks like smoke. I'm burning a fire in my yard. You can see the smoke a little bit. Oh, he's got a pretty sunflower. There's my flag. My flagpole is disgusting. I need to scrape all that paint off and get it painted white. I need to spruce up my property. I asked somebody to come do the hedges, and then the person I asked said, oh yeah, I'll do it. Take pictures, tell me what you need done. And then they had a urinary problem, and I told him, man, you go to the hospital anyway. They put a catheter in the guy, and they took like a liter of fluid out of his bladder. Well, he's got an enlarged prostate that doesn't let his bladder drain or empty. Because he went pee and peed in a cup, gave him a urine sample, and he was retaining a liter of freaking urine in his bladder. I said, man, you're lucky your bladder didn't burst on you. This is a squirrel hutch. It's called a nesting hut. See the hole? The squirrel will go down in there, climb up the little step. These are the screws to mount it to the fence. There's the first one I bought on eBay, but see, that's made out of cheap-ass wood. This one's made out of cedar. The cheap one, see over there on the fence? See that strip of wood? Well, that used to be on the squirrel hutch. Because as soon as I nailed it up, it fell down. Like 3 hours, 2 hours, the wood cracked, split, and fell down. So, you know, you get what you pay for. Well, I paid $60 for it, and that's what I got. So, now I'm buying cedar wood. There's my dog. Oh, I'll get a copyright. I better hang up because I've got music playing.